After a hard day of working on the hot rod, I want some real manly food. I'm not talking about sissy food. I'm talking about real manly food. That's why I eat tofu. Yeah, you heard me right. Tofu. If you can't handle that, just move on. Now, if y'all was paying attention the other day, I made a video called Real Men Eat Tofu, or maybe it was, what was it, Tofu for Real Men, or some kind of a tofu recipe. Anyway, a while back, I whooped me up a batch of scrambled tofu. Sure do love that stuff. Now, a lot of times I'll take some of this, and I'll take some of this mayonnaise, and I'll just take a big scoop of it, and I'll just put it right down in there. I'll show you how that works here. I use a fork. I like to use a fork because it's good for you. Take a fork and just smack a little bit in there, and then smack a little bit more in there. And then you just kind of mix it up. And you can take that and eat it with a soda cracker or any kind of cracker you like. It's like, it becomes sort of like a dip or something like that. Boy, that makes me hungry just looking at it. But today I'm going to do something a little different with it. Somebody turned me on to these little wonton wraps. I never eaten one of these in my life. It's a whole brand new experience to me, but it's free food, so I'm all about that. So what I'm going to do, I was thinking on how this could work. My little sweet baby made some apple turnovers on something like this the other night, and I watched her, so that helped me figure out how to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice a hole in this package. I'm going to lay these things out. I'm going to put a dollop of this on top of there. I'm going to put some cheese on top of that, and I'm going to pop them in the oven and pop them out, and we're going to see what they taste like. I suspect they'll be pretty good. So here we go. Get ready. I'm bringing out the first of them. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is slice up some cheese. I got my own special cheese slicer right here. Makes a beautiful job out of it. Just whack it down like that, and a little bit more like that. You got to do this precisely. Now you got to have the exact amount of cheese. If you get one little bit too much or one little bit not enough, it'll spoil the soup. That's the absolute truth right there. And then, this ain't rocket science. I'm just going to take a dollop of that, and I'm just going to put it right there. Look at that. Look at that. Can you see that? Let me get this jar out of the way. Can you see that? Let's look at it. Just look at it. It's beautiful. I'm going to bring you over here for a close-up. There. There's your close-up. Look at there. That's just awesome. I'm going to take me one of these. And lay it right on top of there. My little sweet baby said you wet the edges and then they kind of stick down, then you pop them in the oven and you cook them quick. Man, that ought to be good. I can't hardly wait to try it. Let me just put y'all down over here. Don't get in the way now. Zachary, you want some of this, don't you? I know you do. I can tell by the way you're licking your lips. There's another little dollop right there.
What is that?
Another little dollop right there.
What?
Another little dollop right there. Yeah, I'm dolloping them up. I'm dolloping them up just right. If I run out, I'll put hot dogs on here or something like that. Another little dollop right there. Sure does look yummy. Smells good. There's nothing like the smell of freshly killed tofu to make you just want to eat hearty. That's what I think. I think I got just about enough for one more little dollop right there. Right there. Oh, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Woo, it's so good. Alright, I'm going to carefully apply the cheese now. Y'all pay attention to my technique here because it's not every day you get to witness a real professional cooking. Alright, I guess now comes the tricky part where I have to put some water on it. Yeah. Alright, now keep in mind I ain't never done this before, so it's kind of experimental cooking here. I'm going to wet the edges, like my little baby says. Wet the edges, like that. Yeah, like that. If y'all don't like the idea of putting my fingers on the food, just get over it, okay? I didn't invite you to eat here, I just invited you to watch. That don't mean you get to complain. Oh, I don't know. That's a little weird looking right there. Maybe if I roll them edges up. Oh yeah, I think if I roll them edges up That looks pretty good. That looks pretty interesting. It looks like an interesting piece of something right there. Well, this is definitely food that you handle a whole lot. So if you're squeamish about a man's fingers who's had his hand out in the internal workings of a hot rod motor, you probably don't want to eat here. Alright. Well, let's get a shot of that. I'll give you a close-up. Y'all won't get to see this on the Galloping Gourmet show or anything like that. Doesn't that look good? Well, it doesn't really, does it? It doesn't look very good at all. I bet it'll taste alright. You know, if it don't, we ain't lost much. Okay, let's keep going. Can't stop now. Maybe I ought to try something different. Maybe I ought to, I don't know what I ought to do. Roll them edges. I'll just try some more water on that. That seems to make them sticky pied. There's probably a way to do this. Somebody probably knows the right way to do this. That wouldn't be me. That's okay though. We're still going to like it. Oops, I squished that one. A little squish on that one. Okay. Something tells me I ain't doing this just right. Oh, it looks like things are getting out of control here. Dang. Alright, let me try something different. I'll try wetting this piece before I put it on there. Maybe that'll make the edges sticky. I seen my honey baby do this last night. She made it look easy. I think there's something about a woman in the kitchen. It just can make things look easy. When a man gets in the kitchen, it's sort of like a train wreck, you know. Y'all ever notice that? That's the way it seems to be going here. We've got a train wreck in progress, I believe. I do believe. But I think it'll still be okay. Alright. Don't you move now. You just stay right there. Try another one. These are interesting little doohickeys I'm cooking with. I ain't never cooked with nothing like these before, so. But it's looking pretty good. I like this tofu stuff with little mayonnaise in it and some cheese on it. I could eat that on a piece of toast, just hunkered down and have me a big breakfast of that. And I am hungry today because we ain't eating nothing that amounts to anything all day, so I'm right ready for some real food. That's looking pretty interesting. I think that's working there. I just figured out these things ain't exactly squares, so I got to match them up to get them to fit in there just right. Something like that. That looks pretty good. Okay then. Okay then, that's looking okay, I believe. Yeah, I believe that's going to work. Okay then, okay then. Alright, we're almost there. Just got a couple, 3 more to go. I'll try wetting these ones first. Maybe that's what I ought to do is wet them both. I'll try that. My fingers are getting a little sloppy here. Oops, I got 2 pieces. Alright, let's try that there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, looking good. Looking pretty good, I think. I suppose we could call this experimental cooking since I ain't never done this before. A little bit more right there. We'll wet down the edges of this thing. My sweet baby said if you'd wet the edges down they'd stick together, but maybe they are. They don't quite look as good as when she done it. Well, sometimes it's like that, you know. Like I say, women seem to have the touch on certain things. Alright, we're almost there. We're working on the very last one. What are you fussing about over there? Whee! This is pretty fun. I mean, I like to cook, you know. Just because a man's building a hot rod and plays a banjo don't mean he can't cook. Ain't no log in it. Ain't nobody says you can't do it. It ain't in the Bible nowhere that man shall not cook. I done read that book, and I tell you, it ain't in there. Now look at that. Just look at that. Nope, this one don't look right. Let's put a little bit more stuff on it. That looks like the hood's It looks like the hood on that one needs to be replaced. I'm just going to leave it like it is. Alright. I'll bring y'all over to see what they look like. They look like little piles of stuff. We're going to throw them in the oven and see what they look like after they cook for a little bit. I bet you it'll be good. Alright, I'm putting them in the oven now. Y'all stand back, don't let the heat get you. I don't think put on there. Maybe right here. Put it out there. We've got a Okay, now you don't have to like these. I mean, like I said, it's just a test, so. Alright?
Right.
Let's see. Let's see what we think. I wonder if I ought to eat with a fork or just smack into it. I like the heck out of that. Ooh, that's good.
It's good.
That's even better than I imagined.
And cheese really makes it good.
Mmm.
Cheese just sweetens it right up.
That's awesome.
Uh-huh.
Ain't nothing better than a wonton tofu and a mashed potato. Bon appetit, y'all. Have a nice day. We're gonna turn the camera off so y'all don't have to watch us eat no more. Have a nice day. Say bye.
Bye.